I'm Kathy McCormick and a member of Encore Learning's Academic Programs Committee, Global Hotspots course, where 6 foreign policy experts will help us better understand some of the many ongoing crises and conflicts currently taking place in the world. The speakers are all distinguished former U.S. diplomats with extensive experience in the countries and regions that will be covered. I'm going to briefly preview each of the 5 sessions for you now. First, Lucy Kurtzer-Ellenbogen is a senior fellow at the Middle East Institute. She's an expert in U.S. diplomatic history in the Middle East, regional conflict dynamics, and civil society peace-building efforts. Lucy will challenge us to consider this question: can the Israel-Hamas peace deal be sustained? The October 2025 Israel-Hamas ceasefire was an achievement, but linked, however, to an ambitious, though vague, 20-point plan. In her session, Lucy will address the pitfalls and opportunities for the U.S. and the region at this fragile moment. In a joint session, Ambassadors William Taylor and Rich Kazlarich will focus on the status of the war in Ukraine. Bill and Rich will bring us up to date on the military and economic aspects of the conflict, as well as the U.S. and international efforts to bring it to an end. Both Bill and Rich are retired ambassadors, having served in Ukraine, Bosnia-Herzegovina, and Azerbaijan, respectively. Currently, Bill is a distinguished fellow with the Atlantic Council. Rich is now a distinguished visiting professor at George Mason University. Ambassador Peter Bodie will address Nepal's decade of crises, 2015 to 2025. Ambassador Bodie served as an ambassador 3 times to Nepal, Malawi, and Libya. His illustrious career also included service in 7 other nations and the United States. Ambassador Bodie experienced the April 15th disastrous earthquake in Nepal. He led and will describe for us the reconstruction efforts and the major role the U.S. played in Nepal's recovery. Peter will also discuss the more recent 2025 Nepalese Gen Z protests, which spiraled out of control, toppling the government, destroying government buildings, and the homes and businesses of the political elites. Ambassador Bodie continues to be engaged with Nepal today. Ambassador Tibor Nagy returns to GHS this spring to discuss turmoil in the Visegrad countries. In 1991, with the fall of the Iron Curtain, Poland, Hungary, and Czechoslovakia, which later became Czechia and Slovak Republic, met in Visegrad, Hungary, to foster cooperation among themselves in the military, economic, and cultural spheres, and to promote their shared goal of integration with Europe. The Visegrad Four collaborated and succeeded in joining the European Union. Subsequently, however, deep fissures developed between the EU and NATO and these countries, as well as among the Visegrad countries themselves. Ambassador Nagy will describe their disagreements with special attention to Hungary, whose prime minister faces his first serious election opponent this year, after having used his 15 years in power to capture the state and enrich his circle. Many of you know Tibor as the former ambassador to several African countries, and if you want more of him, you can take Africa 2.0, which he is teaching for Encore Learning this spring. Finally, Tom Adams will discuss Haiti, addressing the question of whether Haiti's fortunes can be reversed. Tom served as special coordinator to Haiti for 5 years after retiring from a 35-year career in the U.S. government. Haiti has enjoyed only brief periods of prosperity and stability since it declared its independence from France in 1804. Haiti was struck in 2010 by a magnitude 7.0 earthquake. Tom will describe relief and peacekeeping efforts, the short-lived period of stability and economic progress, and the current control of much of the country by gangs to help us understand why there is no quick and easy fix for Haiti. So I hope you will join me virtually on Zoom for these talks on 5 Thursday afternoons at 2 p.m., starting March 5th, 2026. Thank you very much.